You guys could put a comment down below when you enter the live. That would be great. Hi, is it Lexa? How are you? Hi, Sandy. Hi, Nicole. How are you guys doing? Happy Wednesday. Hi, is it Fariol? Hopefully I said that right. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Hi, Doors. Good evening, wherever you're at. Hi, Sandy. I'm glad you're good. I'm doing good. Thank you. Stuck in the hospital right now, but seeing signs that everything around me is moving forward. Oh, yes. Hopefully everything does move forward for you. And positive vibes. We're going to wait a little bit longer. Hi, Robert. How are you? I'm doing good. We're going to wait a couple more seconds, then we're going to get started. I apologize. I was not able to come live yesterday. My mom had to go to the doctor, so I was not able to come live yesterday. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Emily. Hi, Jay. We're going to do you versus them, and then we'll do ask a question, get an answer at the end. Hi, Jane. Hi, Sheila. Well, that's good that you're not being bound anymore. Hi, Anne. Ooh, Spain. Nice. Hi, Deanna. Hi, Meg. Yes, she is doing much better. She's very old, so it took quite a bit, but she's doing better. So I apologize I wasn't able to come on here yesterday. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. If you're coming in after the live starts, I'm not going to be looking at the chat, but I will put the timestamps down below. After the chat, when we're done with all signs, Aries through Pisces, we'll do ask a question, get an answer. I have 1 hour total for the live, so I'll be on here until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hi, Amber. Hi, Smith from South Africa. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch over, you guys, so we can get started, so we can get through these and we can get to your questions as needed. We're going to start with Aries first. Keep in mind, these are general collective. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. If you guys want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, timelessdivinetarot.com. All right, Aries, you versus your person. Are you mirroring each other or are you on different pages? Let's find out. Aries and their person. Okay, so Aries, you're thinking about taking a break from this person. You could feel like this person just doesn't take the accountability that they need to. Your person is kind of in the energy of they're refusing to give in. So it does look like there's a complacency here on your person's part, which is making you guys not come into alignment. Why is this person being so complacent with Aries? Why are they not wanting to give in? Okay, this person's very strong in their ego right now. They feel like if they give in, then you would have the upper hand in the situation. Likely outcome here is it looks like you may be starting more to work on your money and your finances and not really focusing on this person. I don't see a lot of stability or security. This person secretly, they do fear that you are going to walk away permanently from them. Okay. Well, let's get you a affirmation card of advice for Aries. What's the affirmation advice for Aries? Self-awareness. So practice self-awareness. It says cultivate mindful awareness of your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, recognizing how they can impact what things happen. And also take full responsibility for your choices and be your authentic self. So that is your advice, Aries. All right, let's move on to Taurus. All right, Taurus, you versus your person. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Taurus and their person. What's going on here for Taurus and their person? Taurus, you feel like this is hurting your heart a lot. You're wondering if this is a spiritual test. You could be addicted to trying to get answers to that. Maybe you're like doing a lot of research, trying to investigate. This person has been in a long, repeated cycle. They could have addictions also, but they're in a situation now where they truly believe that something has to change in their life. So this could be somebody you've been with for a very long time. There is a long-term investment here. But I see that you're not seeing that this person is really trying to change. And that is part of the issue. This person is telling you they're trying to change, but you're not believing it. You feel like it's hurting you worse. Okay, why is this for Taurus? Why is this the energy? You are married to this person, or you live together, or you've been with them for a long time. You feel this person has codependency issues. Maybe they do have addiction issues and you don't believe that they're going to finally give up this addiction. They want you to believe in them. They're asking that you clearly believe in them, that they've cut out whatever these addictions are. Yeah, we've got the Death card at the bottom of the deck. So your person knows you don't believe them. You feel like it's a spiritual test. This person has given up whatever this addiction or codependency has been. All right, well, let's get you a card of advice, Taurus. Courage. It says, I have the courage to face my past and move forward with bravery and resilience. I confront my fears head on, embracing discomfort as a catalyst for personal growth. With each step, I let go of the past and I step into the brighter, more empowered future. This is asking you to really have the courage to truly believe in your person. Now, maybe this is somebody that you believed in the past, but then they fell short. It does look like you're being asked to learn how to embrace through the discomfort, but this is a spiritual test of faith when it comes to your relationship. So you are right if you're wondering if it is a spiritual test. Okay, Gemini. All right, Gemini, you versus your person. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? All right, Gemini, you versus your person, Gemini. Gemini. You don't want to waste your time. You feel like you don't really want this person anymore. This person really wants a second chance. They have low self-esteem. Whatever you call them out on, they're waiting for you to call them again. You said something and you maybe broke up with them. It does look like this person feels like you are being very stubborn by not making yourself available to them. Okay, so you're definitely not on the same page. So why do you feel like you're wasting your time with this person, Gemini? Why do you feel like you're wasting your time? You want somebody who's stable and committed. Maybe this person's money is not right. This person feels like you have other options. Is why you're pushing them away. What's the likely outcome? I see you're not going for it. You're not reaching out for them. This person is trying to reach out to you and they are trying to apologize, but you're not. You're very guarded. You're very defensive. Yeah, you maybe even block this person because you don't want to waste your time with them. All right, could be a water sign, fire sign, or an earth sign. All right, let's get a card of advice for Gemini. What is the advice for Gemini? Harness focus. It says, I harness my focus and concentration towards my goals and my priorities. I minimize distractions, stay fully present in the tasks at hand. I'm highly productive and achieve great results. So you're being asked to really focus on whatever your goals are. If you do feel like this person was a waste of time, then that's no longer where your focus needs to be. All right, Cancer. All right, Cancer, you versus your person. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Cancer and their person. You fear that this person is putting you in a friends with benefits situation, which hurts you. What is Cancer's person's energy? Things are not what they seem. This person just lacks stability or security. The problem is you think this person only moves forward towards you when they want to hook up with you. And your person is lacking the stability to even give you a relationship. Why are they lacking stability? They may say they love you, but it's a conditional love. They only love you if you're being intimate with them. Why is that? Why is this person in this energy? Yeah, they only come towards you when they're able to receive something from you. You feel like this person doesn't have feelings and emotions. You would be correct. If you have come to an epiphany, an aha moment of, you know what, I feel like this person only keeps me around because I sleep with them, or I feel aware that they only call me when they want to hook up, you would be correct. If that's what your intuition's telling you and it's hurting you and it's wounding you, that is what this person's doing. They only reach out when there's intimate thoughts. What's the likely outcome here? 2 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Ace of Cups. You really need, if you are feeling such a strong sense of your intuition telling you that there's an uncertainty here, that this person is not putting you in a relationship for a reason, there's a sense of defeat or heaviness with this, you need to put this to bed. Because once you do, there is a different opportunity of somebody who's actually emotionally available. So if you're looking for an emotional connection or a relationship with somebody, I do see there is potential, but you have to listen to your intuition about this situation. Okay, let's get you a card of advice. All right. Honesty. It says, I am honest with myself and others, creating authentic connections and relationships. I speak my truth with compassion and integrity, fostering trust and understanding by being genuine and transparent. I invite deeper connections and I cultivate a supportive network that enriches my life. This is you really being honest with yourself about the situation and also being honest with this person. If you don't want a friends with benefits situation, then you have to be honest with yourself and honest with them. Okay, let's move on to Leo. All right, Leo, you versus your person. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Leo and their person. Leo. You're having a wake-up call that you feel like this situation is a money pit between you and your person. Your person hasn't told you some things. They are going through a spiritual transformation, but their life is falling apart. So if your person has been asking you for money or been taking advantage of the situation and you feel like it has something to do with the monetary reason, that would be correct. I do see there is a third-party interference between you and your person, Leo, and this third party is playing victim or playing the villain in this whole situation. So if your person has been giving money to someone else behind the scenes, that is why their life is falling apart. Okay. So you're having a wake-up call that your person is needing money from you, or they're draining your money because they're giving it to someone else. Let's see what's going on here. Leo and their person. What is this? You love this person. You're maybe in love with this person, but you feel like maybe this is a cycle that needs to close out because something's not changing. Your person is in the King of Pentacles in reverse. So their life is falling apart financially. They're needing to walk away from whoever this third party person is. Who is this third party? Look at this. Your person's the King of Pentacles. This person is the Queen of Pentacles upright. This could be a divine counterpart. This could be a karmic situation. This could be a significant other. Maybe they're married and they're needing to walk away from their marriage, walk away from this commitment. It could be an employer dynamic. What's going to be the likely outcome here? The Four of Wands. Okay. Three of Wands. Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords. You know, Leo, are you in a third-party situation? This person might be married to somebody else. They are maybe going to come towards you and apologize that they haven't told you certain things. Their life is falling apart behind the scenes. And it could be that they are being ripped away from a certain situation with this third party because they're going through a spiritual test of faith. Maybe you're the person they're supposed to be with, but they're staying with this third party and they're not supposed to. And you could be giving this person money in the interim. All right. Well, you could be dealing with a water sign, fire signs, earth signs, water. All right. Let's get a card of advice for Leo. All right, Leo. authenticity. It says, I live authentically, staying true to myself and my values. I embrace my uniqueness and I express it confidently, honoring my own voice and following the path that resonates with my soul. So this is asking for you to be authentic. If you know you're in a third-party situation with somebody who's married and you're giving this person money and they're married to someone else or they're with somebody else, there's something about you needing to be authentic to yourself and doing the right thing for you. All right, Virgo. All right, Virgo, you versus your person. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Virgo. All right, so you know that this is your soulmate, but you have a lot of shame because you see there's a lot of potential with this person, but you miss this person. Okay, give me one more for Virgo. Okay, you maybe did play games, but you're not playing games, and that could be why you feel ashamed. Your person's in the divine feminine energy, and they do feel there is a soul connection between the two of you, but they feel like you've messed up. Did you play a lot of mind games with this person? That's the problem between the two of you. This person can't move on that you played all these mind games with them. They want a relationship with you, but they're avoiding you at the same time. Okay. Well, let's see here, Virgo. Why did Virgo play these games with their person? They know that you're their soulmate. Why did they play these games? Why did Virgo play these games? You were maybe playing games trying to buy time. Maybe you were buying time in the situation. What's going to happen with Virgo and this person? Because your person's not able to move on from the games you played with them in the past. There's the Five of Wands. The King of Wands. Could be dealing with the fire sign or Sagittarius. Three of Pentacles. I do see that your person is confident they want to work this out, but they feel like things are messed up here. There's definitely destiny at play here. Something is going to change pretty quick here. What's going to change here? Ooh, your person's going to lose hope and faith in the situation because of the games. They may feel like they just can't overcome the games that happened in the past. They do still love you, but sometimes love is not enough. All right, well, you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aquarius, Pentacle, Earth sign, fire sign, Sagittarius, fire sign. All right, let's get you a card of advice, Virgo. All right, what's the advice? Persistence. Okay, it says, in the face of challenges and setbacks, embody persistence, acknowledging them as invaluable opportunities for personal growth and profound learning. With unwavering determination, I refuse to surrender my goals, instead forging ahead with resilience and unwavering resolve. So I'm being drawn to this person crawling up the ladder with the star. You may have to be the one who persistently holds the faith that this relationship can work, especially if you do feel that you are soulmates, which your person does also. So you may have to be the one who persistently perseveres through these challenges to try to overcome whatever happened in the past. All right, Libra. All right, Libra. You versus your person. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Libra and their person. Libra. Okay, you're not moving on from this person, but you are trying to forgive yourself over something that you've done. Your person's not taking actions towards you. They feel like you need to learn your lesson and you need to grow up. Okay. What's between the two of you is there has been an outside interference. This could be a career. This could be a belief system. This could be a person. We'll clarify here, but your person doesn't want to waste their time. They feel like you need to grow up and learn a lesson. They're not taking action towards you. You are changing things in your life and you're trying to forgive yourself for choices and decisions you've made. What is this interference? What is this for Libra and their person? What's the outside interference that came between them? Okay, so it could be a job. Could be something to do with money also. Money could have been a factor. Why will this person not allow Libra to come towards them? because they're trying to manifest something or someone else. We also have the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. What's going to be the likely outcome? The Eight of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the King of Wands. So your person is very much in an energy of, you know what, this is just not going to work. I'm not going to try, but you do want to try. So I do see you're going to wait a little bit more time. You're going to give them a little bit, maybe a more cooling off period. And then it looks like you may make plans here in the near future to try to go towards them again and see if you can make it work. All right. Let's get you a card of advice for Libra. All right. What's the advice? Accountability. It says, I embody a steadfast commitment to personal accountability, recognizing that my actions and decisions shape my path to success. I wholeheartedly assume responsibility for my progress and outcomes, acknowledging the pivotal role I play in manifesting my desired results. So I think this is where you will be able to move the needle with this person, is once you take that accountability and it's actually genuine and empathetic, I think that is what will help you to get your person back, is giving them the cool off period, but also taking that accountability. That's huge when it comes to reconciliation. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, you versus your person. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Scorpio and their person. Scorpio. You feel like this person is giving you mixed signals and you're trying to figure out why. Your person is super emotional over you because they are on the same page as you. The issue between the two of you is this person has made themselves unavailable because they're trying to prove themselves in their job. Maybe they started a new job or a new career, or maybe they're in the middle of like some type of competition at work. They're really striving to prove something financially or success in their career. And that's why they are not giving you what you think, but they are on the same page as wanting to be with you. They're not moving on from you. Okay, Scorpio, what's going to be the likely outcome here? Scorpio and their person. Six of Cups, the Hermit, the World. The bottom of the deck is the Seven of Swords. You are still thinking this person is lying to you, that they're keeping something from you. You know, this person does love you. They do feel nostalgic over it, but they need to spend time by themselves. There's something with the world, with their job, with success. It could be they have deadlines. It could be that they started a new job. Maybe they're in training. Maybe they're in an apprenticeship program. There's something that they need to figure out. They're on a mission to figure out when it comes to their career. That has to be their first priority for some reason. So that's why they're unavailable for right now. So I don't see anything changing. You're just feeling like they're giving you mixed signals, but the truth is they're not trying to give you mixed signals. There is something else. Maybe they're like in the military and they can't communicate as much, or something with their job. Maybe they're not as consistent with communication because of that. All right, what's the advice for Scorpio? Self-care. I prioritize self-care and self-love in my life. I honor my own needs and take care of my physical body, emotionally, and spiritual. I am worthy of the time and effort it takes to take care of myself. So really focusing on self-care and self-love is going to be important for you right now. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you versus your person. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Sagittarius. All right. You feel like this person has unhealed wounds. They've said things that have not been the nicest to you. Your person is strongly pretending like they're kind, but they're really not. And they still want to repair and reconcile this. There is a blockage here because your person is not really wanting to accept whatever they've said. They're pretending like they didn't mean what they said, but they did. So there's something about this person said something, and now you feel like this person has created a wound. They've hurt you. They've disappointed you. and you're blocking out really going towards this person because of it. Why is this person pretending and not taking accountability? The Emperor, they're very stubborn, very rigid, very much acting entitled or empowered. Okay, what's going to be the likely outcome of Sagittarius and this person? Knight of Swords, the Devil, the High Priestess. I think your intuition already knows that this person is probably somebody you shouldn't take another chance on, that they do have an emotional blockage here with that Devil. They are going to try to come in and course correct the situation, but I think your intuition is going to be really strong knowing what the truth is. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Taurus, or an air sign, or an Aries. Let's get advice for Sagittarius. The advice is boldness. It says, with unwavering courage, I fearlessly embark on the pursuit of my goals and dreams, recognizing the inherent power within me to manifest them. Fear is but a fleeting presence, unable to hinder my progress as I take bold and decisive action towards the realization of my vision. So really being bold to be able to move forward with whatever your vision is next. All right, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn and their person. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Capricorn. Capricorn. Your intuition is telling you really strongly that this person is in maybe a harmful pattern, that they've damaged the connection. Your person feels like you are their person. They want to give you full transparency, that they are sensitive to what you've said. They do want to rebirth themselves. The energy between the two of you is you feel like you need to just release this and move on. This person feels like they're heartbroken and they want to fix it because they want to work it out with you. All right, well, let's clarify. Why does Capricorn think that this person and their intuition is telling them to release this connection? Why does Capricorn feel this way about this person? The Chariot. You feel strongly that you need to maintain control, that this person has damaged the connection beyond repair. Okay, can this person actually rebirth themselves and overcome this? Oh, the Seven of Wands. No, you know what? They're going to say they will, but there's going to be a defense mechanism there. All right, what's going to be the likely outcome? Seven of Cups in reverse. 10 of Cups. Ace of Wands. It looks like you're saying, nope, I'm closing out this as an option. I want to be happy, and my happiness clearly is not with you. I'm going to have a new beginning elsewhere is what it looks like. Could be dealing with the fire sign, water, or Cancer sign. All right, let's get a card of advice for Capricorn. What is the advice for Capricorn? Success mindset. It says, I wholeheartedly embrace a mindset of success, firmly believing in my capacity to attain my aspirations. With determination, I acknowledge my capabilities and worthiness of success in all facets of my life. I'm poised to achieve greatness and to flourish abundantly. So having a success mindset is your advice. Okay. Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. You versus your person. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Aquarius. Aquarius and their person. You're planning your next move that you think you're going to be happier alone. You're feeling empowered and loving yourself. Your person is hoping you unconditionally love them. They don't want you to walk away. They want you to be patient. The problem between the two of you is friends have been here and there's some sneakiness happening with friends behind the scenes, that your person is investing in friends and you feel like they're playing games with you because of that. Okay. Well, let's see, Aquarius. What's going to be the likely outcome with Aquarius and this person? Three of Pentacles. These could be coworker friends. Eight of Pentacles. And the Moon. Your intuition already knows that this person is putting in more work with this friendships than you, and you planning your next move. Yep, it does look like strongly you're going to say, you know what, I'd rather be alone. So I see you distancing yourself. You could be dealing with a Cancer or an Earth sign. Let's get your card of advice, Aquarius. Resilience. It says, never let failures or difficulties discourage you. Instead, they only make you more determined to reach your goals. See challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Every time you face a setback, bounce back stronger and more motivated. It fuels your determination to keep pushing forward towards your dreams. Okay. Pisces. All right, Pisces, you versus your person. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Pisces and their person. Pisces. Pisces. You want reconciliation with this person. You're still loyal and dedicated to them. You feel like this person is choosing to be by themselves. Your person is going to rush in and admit that they do feel with a heavy heart that they do want to be by themselves. The issue between the two of you is this person led you on for a very long time, and they didn't see clearly that what they were doing was actually leading you on. So what they thought was no big deal actually was a very big deal. And they're going to admit that, it looks like here. All right, well, what's going to be the likely outcome here with Pisces and their person? Knight of Cups, Page of Wands, Eight of Wands. I see them coming in and communicating and saying, you know what? I understand why you would think I led you on. I would have felt led on too. They're going to actually admit it. They are still going to keep you in the friend zone. So if you're looking for a relationship, I don't see that happening. I see that they're going to continue doing what they've been doing, even though they see it from your perspective that they were definitely leading you on. All right, your advice, Pisces, is life flow. It says, I surrender to the natural rhythm of the universe, gracefully flowing towards the realization of my success. I trust and embrace everything that unfolds on my journey, knowing that every twist and turn is a purpose leading me to closer to my desired destination. So allowing yourself to go with the flow when it comes to this situation. All right. That is all I have for all signs. Now we'll do ask a question, get an answer, but give me 1 second here. Let me get back to the chat. If you guys came in after, then I will put the timestamps after. Okay. Okay, give me 1 second and then we'll get started here. Gonna switch decks. All right. All right. I'm going to start with Amy. Anybody that put a comment or a question above Amy, you got to put it back down below in the chat. So then we're starting at Amy. Will my financial situation improve? Amy. Yes, but here's the thing is, it's not going to be at least for 3 months or the month of March. It's going to take a little bit of time before it's going to improve. Shelly, what's next for Shelly in love? What's next for Shelly in love? You need to put your guard down. There's something about you really committing to not being guarded. If you do that, I see with the Ace of Cups, there is potential for new love, but you're coming across very guarded and non-committal. Sheila, is Rich going to return my truck key? Is Rich going to return your truck key? Yes, I do see he will. Hi, Mark. How would I know my soulmate when I see them? How's Mark going to know who his soulmate is? This person played a violin when they were little. That's how you're going to know who your soulmate is, Mark. They may have water in their chart as their top 3, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Kimberly, will your financial situation do better soon? Kimberly. I know a lot of people are struggling. That's why I'm doing this free ask a question, get an answer, because it is hard. Yes, it's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take hunkering down with your finances and only spending on necessary items, but it will improve. Nicole, any messages regarding your love life? Nicole. No, you need to stay single right now. You need to focus on your career. You need to brush up on a certain skill set, getting your money in order and becoming more independent on the abundance factor of the financial realm. That's where your focus is right now. I don't do health questions, Deanna. Sorry. Does Eben love me and will he come back again? Does Eben love you? Eben love you. I think he's deceptive. I wouldn't trust him. I don't see love in the situation right now. Pam, what does Larry think of me at this time? What does Larry think of Pam? What does Larry think of Pam? He thinks that you're talking to other people, and he maybe has confronted you about that, and he thinks that you're lying. Kathy, money and love. What is for Kathy's money and love? When it comes to money, I think you need to care more about yourself and your bank account than what other people think of you. So if you spend a lot of money on your looks, you may need to tone that down. When it comes to love, somebody from your past that is either an earth sign or a fire sign is going to want to come back, but they're not coming back very confident. They're coming back because I'm hearing boom, chicka, boom, boom. That's the only reason why they're coming back. They're not coming back for commitment. For, let's see here. Hold on, I gotta scroll back up. I missed it. Pharrell, is Libra or Leo my soulmate? Libra or Leo, your soulmate? Neither. Fawn, is Matthew my soulmate or twin flame? Neither. You know what? You're supposed to close out the cycle when it comes to him. If you're struggling with closing out the cycle, it's because you've lost some type of hope and optimism when it comes to love, because there's some type of unresolved issues that you're still attached to when it comes to that situation. So ask yourself, what did I learn about the situation? You know, if you think about who you were before this relationship with Matthew, who were you during, and then who are you now? That will help you fill in the blanks as to why you're struggling letting him go, because there's something that you haven't learned or mastered through that process. Fawn, hopefully that helps you. Jonetta, what's next for you in love? Jonetta, you got a lot of options coming towards you. You might have to fight him off with a stick. Yeah. Don't sacrifice your time on people that are not sacrificing time for you. If they're not investing, don't invest in them. Kathleen, will MLC and I get back together? Will Kathleen and MLC get back together? There's a sense of uncertainty with that. Why is that? Because MLC likes to be alone. They like to spend their time by themselves. So they're not sure that they want to come back together. Amanda, he is a Leo. I'm a Cancer. Is he my soulmate, twin flame, or karmic? Amanda, what is her person for her? None. It's somebody that you met, but it was somebody maybe who was not committal, non-committal person. I don't see them as a twin flame, soulmate, or a karmic connection at all. Amanda, what do spirit guides have for you? What do spirit guides want you to know? And let go of people that do not give you unconditional love. If you're holding on to someone who has conditional love for you, let that person go. That person's very toxic. Yeah, we got the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. That's what Spirit wants you to make sure that you're not entertaining people that have conditional love. You're welcome, Kathleen. Hello from Sweden. Sana, what is going on for Sana? I'm hearing that song, Can't Hurry Love. No, you just have to wait. Love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. If you have a lot of people coming towards you that are making a lot of promises, don't hurry into these situations. These are non-committal people. They're going to create fears and insecurities that you don't want. So Spirit is saying, don't hurry, love. It's going to happen when it's meant to happen. Michelle, will Kenneth pop up at my home? No. Lynn, what's next for me in love? Lynn, what's next for Lynn in love? Lynn. You got somebody around you that is coming towards you with a water placement, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Beware of this person. They're very manipulative. They don't speak the truth. But I think your intuition will be really strong, telling you that this person is only coming towards you because they want something physical with you. So just be aware of that. But I think you will be. I think your intuition will be strong. Ellen, am I with my soulmate? Is Ellen with her soulmate? Is Ellen with her soulmate? No. I need to switch decks. This deck is not shuffling very good. Hold on a second, you guys. Okay. Kathy, will my person smarten up and be honest? Will Kathy's person smarten up and be honest? Yes, I think confidence will happen where your person will start feeling more confident to give more to you, Kathy. Michelle, am I going to find my true love? Is Michelle going to find her true love? Your true love is a Virgo, and they may have Gemini in their chart. Yes, I do see that. It may be 1 year or next Virgo season, which is like the end of August, will be when you meet your true love. That's okay, Janine. Let me see, what did I miss? Olivia, will Antonio want to come home and repair our relationship? Olivia and Antonio. I'm seeing the number 9. September could be significant. Yeah. Ace and the 8. I do see that, yes, it's going to take a little bit of work. Right now, I don't see it working out, but I do see sometime between January and potentially August or September. I know that's a long time period, but right now, if he came back, it wouldn't work. But if you give it more time, I do see that that could be repaired. I can't speak. Sorry. You're welcome, Kathy. Let's see. Sarah, is Clive going to end up with me? Sarah, is Clive going to end up with Sarah? What's your intuition telling you, Sarah? I think so. I would say that's a definite yes, sometime in the future. 3 weeks, 3 months. Any other questions? Tina, have I met my twin flame? Tina and her twin flame. Has Tina met her twin flame? No, you have not. I don't answer legal questions, Kylie. Sorry. You keep missing mine. I'm sorry, Janine. Can you put it in? I'm trying not to scroll up in the chat. It takes longer to do that. So can you put your question in? My love cut out when you answered. Hello. Okay. Are me and Billy going to be in a committed relationship, Erica? It will, it'll stay on there, yeah. Yes, I do see it working with the Eight of Pentacles, yes. Is the Scorpio in my life good or a player? Janine, is the Scorpio a player or not? Scorpio. You know what? This person's very defensive. They're holding on to you, but I think they're going to keep you in limbo because they're non-committal. They don't really know what they want. So that could be why you feel like they're playing you. They just don't know what they want. Shelly, will Rich and I reconcile? Will Rich and Shelly reconcile? Yeah, I think there's a lot of communication issues with the two of you, but if the two of you really invest in learning how to effectively communicate, I do see reconciliation. Adrian, am I going to find my soulmate? Am I going to find my soulmate, Adrian? Your soulmate either has Taurus or air in their chart, yes, but I don't see it happening in the next year. Let's see. Donna, is my husband really emotionally disconnected? I see the death card. Yeah, I don't see anything changing on that right now. If you guys want to do in-depth readings, you got to purchase in-depth reading on my website, timelessdivinetarot.com, or you can message me if you want to do a live one-on-one reading. I'll send you the information on prices for that. Let's see, Joni, are David and I going to be happily ever after? Joni and David. Joni and David. No, you know what? I see either you walking away or him walking away and you finding happiness after that. Tamara, hey, is my ex, is he coming back? Is your ex coming back, Tamara? Let's look here. Is Tamara's ex coming back? Yeah, I see communication coming in. There's a lot of fight and conflict. There's also a lot of accusations of other people, but I do see below the deck, you both do want to work it out. So I do see eventually you will attempt to work it out. It may not be until like May. Okay, I got 10 more minutes, then I got to get off here. So you guys have any other questions? You have to put them down below if you have questions. Ivan, what's coming in for you, Ivan? What's coming in for Ivan? Oh, you got the 10 of Pentacles coming out. If you work really hard on whatever you're doing when it comes to your career, you're going to be really, really successful. I see your money looking really good. So if you've been struggling with money, I see you're going to transition away from that. Leslie, will Richard and I reconcile? Leslie and Richard, is there reconciliation underway? No, I see there's a lot of love you both have for each other, but I see with the 10 of Swords that it's over. I don't see reconciliation in the current energy. Tomas, hi, this is my ex going to communicate or reunite? Tomas. No, I think for right now, there's a sense of uncertainty with reconciliation. You're welcome, Yvonne. Tish, is there a reconciliation between me and Eduardo happening? Tish and Eduardo. Tish and Eduardo. Yeah, I do see, but there's going to be some fears and insecurities you may have to work through, but I do see that you both are going to want to try to put in the work. So I do see that that could happen. You're welcome. Tamara, I don't understand your question. See my son with Christmas? I don't know what that means. I might have to re-put it. Let's see. Zawakala, hopefully I said that right. If not, I apologize. Will I be able to be with Kay this December, Simon? Okay. Yes, I do see there will be an opportunity for that. Yes, you're welcome. See, my son. Oh, will you see your son at Christmas? You haven't seen him for 3 years, Tamara? Will Tamara see her son at Christmas? He's going to choose to work instead of coming for Christmas. That might be his reason. I don't see him coming for Christmas. There's a lack of him committing to that. You're welcome, Tish. Marcy, is this ever going to happen? It's supposed to be happening today. I have no idea what you're talking about, Marcy. Any other questions? I got 6 minutes and then I got to get out of here. Any other questions? Put your question down below if you guys have any other questions. Otherwise, I'm going to get out of here if you don't. Andrea, are me and my husband going to rekindle your marriage? Yeah, but I think your intuition is telling you that he's potentially pursuing a new opportunity. I do see that he might be in lustful energy right now. But I do see eventually you guys will come back together. You're welcome. Okay, Andrea, I keep seeing 1111 or 111. What are my angels trying to tell me? They're trying to tell you there's been a misunderstanding with somebody. What about this misunderstanding? Could be somebody around your family that you need to be openly communicating with, that you need to restore hope and optimism in that connection. Lynn, is my ex right for me? Lynn, is your ex right for you? Lynn. You know what? Your ex is full of a lot of empty promises. So no, you need to stay single and independent from this person. Tomas, is Dolores thinking of Tomas? Is Dolores thinking of him? Yeah, she has a lot of happy thoughts about you. Yes. I'm sorry, going through a divorce, Yvonne. William, will my person give up other man-friend relationships for a commitment only? William. No. I see there's a lack of stubbornness of willing to budge on that. I don't see that happening right now. Any other questions? I got 4 minutes, then I got to boot scoot boogie out of here. Shelly, is he thinking about me? Shelly, is he thinking about her? Yeah, he's caught up in his head about you. Tamara, is Franco's thinking of me? Tamara, is Franco's thinking of you? Yeah, he's going back and forth about what? Whether or not he loves you or not. He's trying to figure out his feelings and emotions and what choice he needs to make. Is he a karmic or twin flame? I'm going through true spiritual awakening. You're waking up how to let go of fears and insecurities and become confident within yourself. That's what your spiritual awakening is. I don't see it as a karmic or a twin flame. Tamara, is my ex feeling my? I don't know what that means. You're welcome, Shelly. Kim, will my roller coaster romance ever be? I can't read the rest of it. Oh, real. Okay. Will your roller coaster romance ever be real, Kim? No, you need to keep your options open. If you keep your options open, you can actually manifest a completely different person. The person you're dealing with is very immature. They're coming up in page energy. Lynn, is my ex going to try and contact me? You have him blocked. How's he supposed to contact you if you blocked him? Okay, hold on. Is Lynn's ex going to try to go around the blockage? You know he still loves you, right? He sees you as his one. He's still holding on to you. He's already watching you. If you post on social media, he's posting or he's looking at your social media through a fake account. We've got the moon energy here. I don't see him reaching out to you, but he is watching or lurking. Yvonne, my ex ever going to contact me? Is Yvonne's ex ever going to? Hi, Josh. Yvonne, is your ex ever going to contact you? I do see in the near future, potentially around March. Right now, they're a little bit fearful to reach out to you. I'm not sure why, but. All right, I got one more minute. Any other questions before I get out of here? Any other questions? Cheryl, will I end up with the man who asked me to marry him, but we haven't met in person? Okay, Cheryl. Getting proposals at a distance, Cheryl. Okay, let's see here. Will you end up with the person who proposed? Ooh, we got the justice. You may go the justice of the peace and get married. Oh my God. Look at that. The 10 of Pentacles. You very well. I mean, Cheryl, it's up to you. You have free will. Gita, will my husband come back? Will Gita's husband come back? Yes, but it's going to take a lot of work to bring stability back into the relationship. Brittany, no contact breakup. What is he feeling? Brittany, what is he feeling? No contact breakup. I'm going to do one more question after this, and then I got to go. I'll be back tomorrow if you guys have more questions. He's trying to figure out why it didn't work and why it ended. He's actually happy with the way things are right now. If he reaches out, it's just to see what you're doing. It's not to reconcile. Okay, Maria, yours is going to be the last question today, and then I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do this again. Will my ex come back? Maria, will your ex come back? Will Maria's ex come back? Yes or no? Oh, yeah. Look at that. You got the Lovers. That's a good card. Yes, your ex, it does look like, will want to come back. Okay, that is all I've got for today. If you guys want to do a personal in-depth reading, check out my website, Timeless Divine Tarot. Exclusive content, join the members. You could make sure you please like the live. I will come back tomorrow. Again, I will schedule ahead of time so you guys know so you can join. And we'll do our Ask a Question, Get an Answer bonus after the All Signs reading. I do want to thank everybody who joined And I hope you have a beautiful Wednesday. Bye.